I was talking to somebody recently and we were discussing how we noticed the uptick in people around our age range getting sicker and dealing with more health issues. And we both, you could hear like the sadness in our voice as we were talking. And it just made me like ponder and think about the people I love, the people who I was raised with, friends, family. All these categories of people are individuals who I'm noticing are dealing with health issues. And when we were younger, we thought that health issues were an older person thing, but you're seeing some of those older person sicknesses, diseases, and ailments now be younger person diseases and ailments. Things like colon cancer, things like diabetes, like it's really getting out of hand and it's really sad. I believe that the 40s, the decade of the 40s is, at least in my observation, again, we all live in different worlds. We all have different algorithms. We all have different experiences. So please be mindful of that as I'm speaking to my own personal experience. But I believe the 40s are the decade where people really start to settle into their thoughts around, wow, maybe a healthy, fit, and active lifestyle really is important. Whether they've actually acted on it or not, I believe the 40s really start to bring those feelings and emotions to the surface, right? And I also believe that if you don't act on it, things will slowly but surely begin to get worse in your health if you're not acting on it. Again, this has been my experience. I'm starting to see people who were just fine in their 30s, who may have been just fine in their early 40s, but the mid 40s, the late 40s, they come out with these sicknesses, these diseases, these ailments. And how a person was 10 years ago is showing up today. How you are today will show up 10 years from now. And I really believe that your best weapon during this time is going to be knowledge and education around what is normal and what isn't. What I mean by what's normal, I can tell you what I don't mean, actually. Don't look at the majority, because right now, the majority is showing that there is an increase in health issues. There's an increase in obesity. There's an increase in sickness. So don't use the majority as an example when it comes to knowledge. Right now, it is normalized to be those things. And it's even more accepted, sadly, right? But you have to start paying closer attention to the little things and the details in your day-to-day life around your health. Chronic fatigue, chronic gas and bloating, body pains, lack of drive, lack of motivation, like chronically. Some of us go in and out of motivation. I do too. But I mean, like, your drive is low. Ding, ding, ding. Men, I'm speaking directly to you. This is connected to low testosterone. I talk to and hear of men my age dealing with ED, erectile dysfunction. That's not normal. And erectile dysfunction is actually a health issue that's behind that and can become worse if you don't deal with it. You should be able to go and grow into your 70s as a man and be on point. If you know what I mean. And, I'm laughing, but it's not funny because it's being normalized and just accepted. Like, hey, I'm here. All right, whatever. I guess it's just part of getting older and aging. No, it's not. You don't have to accept that. You can fix it, but you got to act right now, though. Chronic insomnia, it's not normal. It's not normal to not be able to fall asleep often. So don't ignore this type of stuff, because these things can accumulate and add up over time, and then a big health issue can just come out of nowhere. And the body talks, it speaks, it warns, it screams. It can only keep you in balance for so long. But if you're in your late 30s, your mid 30s, act right now. Don't wait for your 40s. If you're in your 40s, your early 40s, your mid 40s, you still got time. No, you're not old. Don't let people tell you that 40 is old. No, it is not. And I say this humbly because I want people to know it is possible. No, it's not because I'm a trainer. No, it's not because I'm in the fitness industry. It is not because of my title. It is because I have devoted to taking care of myself. And it took for my dad, when I was 25, to die of colon cancer for me to wake up and see that. But I feel more energetic. I am stronger. I am more active in a variety of ways. And I am a much better and much more clear thinker than I was in my early 20s now. And I'm older. I'm 42. So I want you to know there's hope. I want you to know that you shouldn't ignore the things that I mentioned. I'm not a doctor, but I don't think you need to be a doctor to know that that stuff isn't normal. And that's another thing. Let's stop waiting for a doctor to tell us stuff. Let's stop, hey, make sure you make your checkups. Those are great. But can we talk about being proactive so that when we go to the checkup, that it's a good checkup? We've been fooled and duped that we need all these different levels of titles to know how to read our bodies. No, you don't. Once upon a time, that stuff didn't exist. So get into a commitment to learning your body, because you can read certain things and possibly save yourself. Don't wait for a doctor to tell you. And a lot of these doctors don't even know what they're doing. They got a white coat on, they got a thing around their neck, but they haven't exactly committed and devoted to. Not all doctors. There are some great doctors out there, but a lot of the medical industry right now is corrupt, and you're relying on that system to save you. Don't do that. Don't wait. Self-educate, read, study. You can do that. You don't need permission to do that. And I'm telling you right now that those things that I mentioned, they're not normal if you're feeling them each and every day. Act. Don't let your 40s set you up for a poor decade of your 50s, 60s, and 70s where you're in pain and you can't fall asleep. You're tired all the time, and you're lacking drive, and you feel weak. Your bones hurt. It is all because you're not acting on living a healthy lifestyle. That's all it is. And if you start to move your body more and you develop a plan and you reach out to someone for help, you will feel a lot better with consistency and with commitment. All right? Peace and love.